Now this is a fun little plinker. This is the new high tower Armory MBS 22 Bullpup chassis. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, 22 Plinkster here. It has been a while since I made a video on a Ruger 1022 Bullpup chassis. This is the high tower Armory. This is the MBS 22. Let's do some shooting with it and we'll do some talking. I'm shooting some regular CCI standard velocity ammunition here. So, like I mentioned before, I have done quite a few videos on Bullpup chassis, but this is by far the best chassis or Bullpup chassis that I have ever made for the Ruger 1022 for a couple of reasons. One of those big reasons is that this Bullpup chassis is extremely easy to take down. You see this pin, and also this pin, and this screw. That's all you have to take out. The other Bullpup chassis that are on the market, you have to take out like 536,222 nuts, bolts, and screws just to take them apart to be able to maintain your rifle. If you know anything about rimfire like I do, if you shoot a lot of it and you shoot suppressed, it's going to get dirty. It's going to get dirty quick. And by having a chassis system that you can take out really quick and take your rifle apart and clean everything in there, it is worth its weight in gold. So let me do some more shooting. I got some tracers here. These things aren't accurate, but they are fun to shoot. All right, got 10 more right here. Well, I say they weren't accurate, and I think I did pretty good on them. But this thing is probably the coolest thing for rimfire since WD-40. Now let's go over some of the specs on this chassis. Like I mentioned before, the reason why I like this setup so good is because of these capture pins right here on the side and right here on the front. So you basically put this thing down, you pop, 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 you take these 3 capture pins out and you unscrew right here. This is what holds the barrel in a secure position to the chassis. Okay, this is your takedown screw, just like you have on any Ruger 1022. And with that, you can clean the firearm. What also makes this chassis amazing is that usually when you get a Bullpup chassis like this for the Ruger 1022, it makes the trigger horrible. Sometimes it makes it very gritty, sometimes it makes it heavier. The trigger on a Ruger 1022 comes from the factory between 5 and 5.5 pounds. How they designed this stock is there's a linkage system right here. So you pull this trigger and it actually pulls your trigger pack right here in the back, and it actually decreases the trigger pull by 30%. So now I've got about a 3.5 pound trigger in this setup without modifying the trigger. Now, if you already have a Ruger 1022 collecting dust in the corner of the safe and you have an aftermarket trigger like the BX22 or Vakortzen, they make another cam system that comes with the kit that you can utilize on that aftermarket trigger. So you can use the polymer trigger that most of the Ruger 1022s come with, or you can use the other little cam system to put on your aftermarket trigger. If you have an aftermarket trigger, this will be a really good clean trigger. There's adjustment right here in the back that you can actually adjust the trigger for your take up and your over travel. But let me load up some magazines. We're going to do some more shooting and I'll go over some more features on this awesome little setup. All right, I got a few magazines loaded up here with some CCI standard. That goes really quick. All right. Let's go. I can't see the 6-inch plate right now because the sun is hitting it just perfect. I can barely see it. I'm all right. I'm gonna try it. I can barely see it. Second shot. I know you guys probably won't be able to see that on camera, but it's hard to see. All right. All right, before we do some shooting, let's go over some other features on the MBS 22. All right, you got your pick rail right here on the bottom. You see this little bitty tab right here? Okay, this comes in the kit that you can place here. Right now I'm utilizing an 18-inch barrel. It's just what I had that wasn't on a particular firearm at the time. But you can put a 16-inch barrel and, you know, threaded 1/2x28, which I think it would look a little bit cooler than this because this 18-inch barrel sticks out quite a bit. But if you had a 16-inch barrel, be right here with the suppressor, look really, really awesome. Now, you do have an ambi charging handle, so it's just like, you know, you can just slap it home just like you can an MP5. It locks back on both sides, and it does have an ambi safety on both sides of this chassis. This chassis is very well made. A lot of thought went into it. You still can utilize your trigger pack safety right here on the bottom, so you actually have two safeties. This safety is for the trigger up here, and this safety is for that trigger pack that's in here, so you never can be too safe. Now, you also have this knuckle guard right here, and this knuckle guard is removable, so if you don't want this here, you can take that off. But your capture pins right here, they go through your trigger pack of your Ruger 10/22. So that's what kind of secures everything, and the receiver meets up here to the top of this platform up here, and everything is secure and good to go. They even make a binary trigger adjustment or an adapter that you can buy. It's like 10 or 15 bucks. So if you want to run a binary trigger on this particular setup, you can. Now, you also, let's see what else I can talk about. Oh, right here. All right, this firearm, you can also press this button in here or this button in right here. And once you press it in, the rear comes out another 2 inches for you really tall people like me. So I like a little bit longer length of pull when I'm shooting, and this is collapsible. If you don't want it, you can just simply press the button and it goes in. But I think that's a really, really cool feature. All right, let's shoot some more ammunition through it. Now I've got some CCI Stangers here. These are high velocity, okay? And suppressors don't work very well, rimfire suppressors on high velocity, but I want to shoot them anyways. It's going to be much louder. Whew. It's night and day. All right. I don't know where this thing's at. Oh, it's zeroed in pretty good with Stangers. All right. Now this little magazine adapter that I'm using, this is also made by Hightower Armory, and it's this little plastic piece that you take just regular two Ruger 10/22 10 round rotary mags, and you can put them together to make a 20 rounder. And they also make the 20 round or 25 round magazines that I'm using in this video. These magazines have steel lips. They're high quality. I've put over 1,000 rounds through these two magazines in the past couple of days, and they have not failed me one single time. So kudos, these are really good Ruger 10/22 magazines. Now, the big thing for you guys out there, especially if you're a southpaw, if you're left-handed, the big thing is that bullpups and lefties don't get along very well. But Hightower Armory has you covered. This right here is a shell deflector that can be removed just like this. So if you don't want it on there, you don't have to put it on there. I have shot this firearm multiple rounds left-handed with the stock extended, and I did not get a single casing to the face. Every one of them went over my right shoulder exactly where they want to. The previous bullpup designs for the Ruger 10/22, when you shoot left-handed, you get all that in the face, and so a lot of left-hand shooters can't shoot bullpup design. But if you're left or right-handed shooter, you will be able to shoot this setup. All right, I got a few magazines loaded up here. Let's just shoot a few more times, end out the video. Too busy laughing. Rimfire is just fun, man. All right. Let's go. Let's try to hit that 4-inch plate again. Man, this trigger is so much nicer in this chassis than a standard Ruger 1022 trigger. It lightens it down for about 3 pounds. It's incredible. All right, I think that's it. Oh, I got one more magazine. Little tracer love. All right, she's out. All right, see if I can hit that 4-inch plate with the tracer. Don't know. These things aren't very accurate, but they're fun to shoot. Hey, third shot. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're looking for a Bullpup chassis for your Ruger 1022 and you worry about taking the gun apart, cleaning it, and you want a better trigger than that of a regular Ruger 1022 that it comes with, this thing is very comfortable to shoot. You know, you've got your trigger pack and your receiver back here, then you have your barrel. Of course, this is 18-inch. Even if you had a 16-inch, this thing balances so well on your shoulder. It's not front end heavy and it's not rear end heavy, but I think they hit a home run. I really, really dig this chassis. It is by far the best one I have ever used. Now, there may be something coming out here in 2 or 3, 4, 5, 10 years that may be better than this, but I don't see it anytime soon. You can take this thing apart and clean it really quick. That's the important thing with rimfire. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments below. Until next time, y'all be safe and keep linking.